All right, boys and girls, we're going to look at some basic equations on this video. Equations basically are number sentences that have an equal sign. And so if you look for, or you look at, I'll write one. I mean, you can go all the way back to probably first grade. I mean, this could be an equation where you just have 2 plus 2 equals something. And a lot of times on equations, you are looking for an unknown. And the unknown, excuse me, a lot of times will be filled with a letter out of the alphabet or what's known as a variable. And so they might have 2 plus 2 equals P. Well, that's easy because you know what 2 plus 2 is. But I think probably in the direction that you're headed in fifth grade going into middle school is your equations become a lot more complex and a lot harder. A big part of an equation, though, is just trying to solve for the unknown or what's known as balancing the equation. And so that's why in this particular page here you see what look like some scales, some balance scales, because what you're trying to find is you're trying to find a number that can fit in place of the unknown. In this case, for the one I wrote, 2 plus 2, you're looking for the unknown is P, the letter P. Well, the unknown obviously is 4 because you know it. But if I were to put a 4 on that side instead of the letter P, so if I erase it and I put a 4, then I know that this is now a balanced equation. It's a true equation because I have 2 plus 2 on one side, which is 4, and then I just have the number 4 on the other side of the equation. A lot of times when you think of a balance scale, you have that part in the middle that is what everything is being balanced on. Well, in that case, you kind of think of the equal sign as being the middle of that scale. You want the right side of the equation to equal the left side of the equation. So in this case, 4 and 4, those are equal. So I'm going to erase that because that's just kind of a quick, easy example of where we're headed. But if you look at these problems that are on this page here, it's pretty simple math. I mean, really, when you look at it, they're going to put it in the form of a picture, but you probably don't even need the picture to understand. The first problem says 1 plus b, so b is your variable, it's your unknown, equals 3 plus 11. So you're trying to solve for b, basically. And so one of the things that you could do, and I always like to teach it this way, is you want to maybe solve one side of your equation. So one side of your equation could be, I could just simply write 11 above because 3 plus 8 gives me 11. Or I can even write it down here if I want to look at the scale. But I'm asking myself, if I want it to be balanced, if I want it to be equal, what could I write in there for B? And so it's not really too bad because the numbers are so low. You can just probably use some mental math here. Well, if I put 10 on the other side, 10 plus 1, that gives me 11. So B simply is just going to equal 10. And if I put it over here as 1 plus 10, that gives me 11 on the left side, and it also gives me 11 on the right side. And that's kind of what I want. I want a balanced equation. Same thing for number 2. Number 2 says 7 plus 6 equals 8 plus k. So again, I'm trying to find out a variable or an unknown. I'm looking for k. So on this particular problem, 7 plus 6 is going to give me 13. 8 plus k, I need to find something to fit in for k, which in this case is going to be, again, pretty easy math, simple enough for us. I'm thinking to myself, well, what plus 8 gives me 13? Well, I know 5 does, so if I put a 5 in there, I know that 5 plus 8 can also give me that 13, so k is going to equal 5. Really and truly, this is not too bad. A lot of times, especially when we're starting out with some basic equations, you're just kind of thinking about fact families or you're thinking about related number sentences. But when you see it on the this form of a balance scale here, it's a visual to look at. It kind of makes a little bit more sense. You can kind of see what you're trying to do before we get to see a little bit more complex equations. All right, no different here on this one. This is just another picture of one. It's giving you a pretty basic equation. 8 plus 7 equals 5 plus x. So you're solving for the x here. I'm going to solve the left side. 8 plus 7 is going to give me 15. And then I know on the right side, if I put 5 plus 10, that would also give me 15. So 10 is going to give me x. Really simple stuff. All right. This time it's not showing, it's not showing a balanced scale. It's not showing that both sides are equal. If you look at the picture, it doesn't. But still, you're still trying to think about, all right, well, what's on one side, what's on the other. If I solve this problem here, I know that 10 plus 4 is going to give me 14. I'm still looking for the unknown. The unknown in this case is z. So I know 2 plus something has to give me 14, and that z has to be 12, because 2 plus 12 gives me 14. And so z is going to equal 12. All right, so look at these. We'll do some practice problems over these. Really keep in the back of your mind, especially moving forward, you really just want to try to balance the equation. You want it to be the same on both sides of the equal sign. So I'll kind of use this one again as like, here's your scale here, here's your problem, and your equal sign's kind of in the middle. And so you want your right side and you want your left side to be balanced. And that's what you're trying to find. You're trying to find something that could balance that equation.